This is an update of the first edition of the WHO catalog of drug-resistant mutations in MTBC that were built on different components, the use of high-quality phenotypic DST data, high-quality standardized WGS for generating raw sequencing data, a standardized bioinformatic pipeline for variant detection and annotation, and the use of a standardized and validated methodological approach for associated genotypes and phenotypes. In this new version 2 of the catalog, the main changes are the number of isolates available with phenotypic DST and WGS informations from 38,000 to approximately 52,000 clinical isolates. So there is an increase in the number and also in the geographical diversity of MTBC isolates, as you can see on the maps. There is higher representativeness of strains showing resistance to the new repurposed drugs. So we are referring to bedaquiline, linezolid, clofazimine, and delamanid. There was a change in the bioinformatics pipeline adopted to analyze the data. So this was improved for a better handling of null calls and large deletions. And in terms of allele frequency, the catalog moved from interpretation of variants showing frequency higher or equal to 75% down to 25%. There was also an update in the list of target genes that were considered as candidate to be associated with phenotypic resistance to given drugs. A revised definition of loss of function mutations. So in this case, the in-frame indel mutations were excluded to reduce the risk of overestimating resistance. Here are simple instructions for using the catalog. Basically, the catalog consists of 3 related elements, a list of graded variants, then evidence-based additional grading rules, of which some are general and others drug-specific, and evidence-based other interpretation criteria. I just want to mention that the variants are included in the catalog master file that can be used in Excel version, for example, but also in a machine-readable version that is useful if a user wants to implement the catalog into in-house pipeline, for example. This is the algorithm, simplified algorithms to interpret the mutations from the catalog. So the first question is if an individual mutation is graded in the catalog. If the answer is yes, this mutation is assigned one of the 5 groups, as in the previous version of the catalog, and then interpreted simply as marker of resistance, a mutation with uncertain significance, or not marker of resistance. If the mutation is not in the catalog, the user needs to check whether any additional grading rule applies. If the answer is yes, again, the mutation is assigned to the different groups. If the mutation is not, a third question is whether the mutation is a silent variant. If the answer is yes, this is interpreted as not associated with resistance. If the answer is not, then is a mutation with an uncertain significance. This is a summary of the additional grading rules and other interpretation criteria that has been applied to this new version of the catalog, and these apply mainly to loss of function mutations occurring in CATG gene, PNCA, RV0678, PEPQ, DDN, FBI, FBEB, FBIC, FGD1, RV2983, JIT, ETHA, and TLYA, and also non-silent variants in the hotspot region of RPB. all details are reported in the catalog itself. In terms of sensitivity and specificity, so the performance of the catalog compared with the first edition, you can see that there is increased sensitivity for the new repurposed drugs, and which is quite remarkable for bedaquiline and also linezolid. And when applying relaxed thresholds that are not endorsed by the WHO at this point, however, if you apply these thresholds for some gene-drug combination, the sensitivity is increased without major adverse effects on the specificity, as it can be easily appreciated, for example, for bedaquiline, where the sensitivity applying the relaxed thresholds can reach up to 75%.